This is a video of the FC200 and its various counting modes and settings. We're going to show you a variety of these today and the default settings we'd expect to see on a device. If at any point there are settings that you haven't seen that you'd like to know more about, please contact the Volumatic help desk using the contact details at the end of this video. So we're going to start by simply turning the machine on, and from there it will show initializing, followed by the current settings in the device, and run a short test cycle, just like so. From there you can see the default settings on the screen, which are auto, counterfeit, add, a number 100 showing a batch size, the current currency, and mix down the bottom. I'm going to run through them all quickly to show you what they do. So to start with, we're going to look at the currency currently on the device. These machines can hold a variety of currencies. This machine is currently programmed with 3. We're going to look at using the number panel on the left hand side to adjust these. So very simply, by pressing the number 1, I can change the currency into euros, into Scottish notes, UK general, or GBP, indicating Bank of England. So looking at the accumulated count setting, we're going to simply change that by pressing the add button. I'm going to turn that mode off and then turn it back on using the same button. With the add or accumulated count setting turned on, you can continue to add notes to the running total. This can be useful when counting large volumes of notes. With the setting turned off, each fresh stack of notes will give you a unique total. This can be useful when counting multiple tills. We can also look at the counterfeit setting, very simply turning that on and off using the CF button or number 3. Given this device automatically detects forgeries, we'd advise leaving it on unless you have a very specific reason for turning it off. From there, we can look at the batch settings, simply turning the batch on or off using the batch button on the far right hand side of the number panel, or number 0 if you prefer. We can then look at various settings on the device using mode. So currently it's set to count mixed notes. So if you put a bundle of notes on that are mixed, it will count all of those for you. However, you can change it to a variety of settings, like I said, using the mode button. Put it into single, face, orient, as in orientation, issue, count, or back to mixed. We'd advise using the mix setting for most operations. However, if you have a reason to use any other settings, please refer to your manual or contact the Volumatic help desk with the contact details at the end of this video. You can also change the display quite simply by pressing the display button. What we see now is known as the complex display, giving you a thorough breakdown of everything that's been counted on the device. I'd advise using this on the simple setting for the most part, unless you have a reason to use the complex setting, as it makes the display clearer and easier to read. So I'm now going to demonstrate how the machine works with a variety of notes from the Bank of England. You'll notice that during the count, some of them will drop into the reject pile here. However, this is a function that's expected and is simply a warning to check the notes and make sure they are genuine. Before I count anything though, the last thing I'll do is check that the note guides on the top of the device are set to the correct width. The correct width is always the width of the largest note that you're counting. So simply place your notes on and wait for the machine to count them. I'm now going to remove these notes as the hopper has become full, and as you can see, there is an LED showing there are notes in the reject pocket. As mentioned, I'm now going to run these reject notes through the device again to double check them. And as you can see, they're all perfectly viable notes, just the machine asking you to double check them in case there's a problem.